Do you know how to develop spiritual discernment, and do you currently practice and engage in spiritual discernment? In this video, I'm going to explore a little bit about what spiritual discernment is and help you develop the tools to possess this skill for yourself. My name is Allison Batty-Capps. I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, a yoga coach, a meditation teacher, a Reiki master, and a spiritual channeler and mentor. And today I'm going to guide you through a step-by-step practice for how to develop spiritual discernment so that you can safely experience your own connection to the divine field while remaining grounded, clear, and empowered. This is a script that I have written because I wanted to make sure that the teaching was clear and I didn't want to leave anything out. So I invite you to take a moment to settle in. Begin breathing and having awareness of your breath. Not shifting or changing what the breath is doing, but just accepting it as it is. And then invite the breath, your body, to breathe more deeply, more still, more calm. Perhaps balancing so the inhalation and the exhalation are the same length. And allow yourself to fully arrive here, in your body, in this moment. Now, before we begin tuning into guidance, it is essential for our nervous system to be calm. If our nervous system is activated, we are more likely to tap into a level of consciousness that is not for our highest good. So, in order to help calm your nervous system, you might try a few things. You might take some deep breaths as I originally guided you, breathing in for 4 counts. Exhaling for 4 counts. You might scan your body from head to toe, noticing where there is tension or energy blocks, and you might actively breathe into those areas. You might repeat to yourself, I am present in my body. I am safe. I am here. By telling your body that it is safe to relax, that it is safe to settle, your body will begin to soften eventually. It will begin to calm, and your awareness will begin to become clearer rather than a receiver of confusion, fear, or old trauma. Now, discernment comes by recognizing what is trauma or wounds and what is a healed state. But this is only possible when you have an awareness of what belongs to you and what does not belong to you. So I invite you to visualize an energetic container around yourself, a sphere of light or a bubble of energy, and state your intention. I receive only the energy and guidance that aligns with my highest good and the highest good of all. Remember, you do not need to absorb everybody else's pain. Your role is to channel for yourself consciousness and to perhaps share that with others. It's to witness what is present in the external world and within yourself, but not to carry the world's weight within you, and to heal what is yours within you. And the divine field communicates through energy and feeling, not always through words. So it is important as you are beginning to listen in to what you are receiving, whether or not the guidance feels expansive or constricting. If it feels constricting, it is an indication that there is something inside of you that is unhealed, that needs help healing, or it is an indication that you are picking up something in the collective that is an unhealed state, because a healed state, or something that has your highest good in mind, will feel expansive. Another indication for spiritual discernment is whether or not you're experiencing a feeling of love, of peace, of unification, or if you're feeling fearful, anxious, or divisive. If you are feeling fearful, anxious, or divisive, it is either an indication that something inside you needs healing, or you have tapped into something in the collective field that is unhealed and it isn't for your highest good. So it is important to ask, is this a part of me, or is this something in the collective? You can ask your body this when you are standing up. You can say, is this something that belongs to me? If your body moves forward, it is a yes, and it is something that you want to process and integrate and heal. And I do explore this in my book, The Divine Within, Healing Ourselves to Heal the World, of how to heal things within yourself. If you get a no, you want to set a clear intention. You are not welcome in my space. You are not a part of me. I send you back to the collective. It is not my responsibility to hold you. Something along those lines. Okay? Your body will often know before your mind does whether or not something is for your highest good or whether or not something needs healing. So pay attention to tension, warmth, pressure, or lightness. These are all signals. Tension is an indication of something that is unhealed. Warmth and lightness are an indication of something that is more healed and more for your highest good. Pressure can be either one. Sometimes pressure can be something coming into your field that is not in your highest good. Sometimes it can be that you're channeling too much too fast and you need to slow it down. So feel into whether or not it feels loving or whether or not it feels constrictive. It is also really important for you to reflect on your existing beliefs and conditioning. Our unique experiences influence how we interpret the energies that we are sensing. So you want to ask yourself, am I seeing this through fear or old trauma? Right? Because if you're experiencing something through the lens of fear, through the lens of separation, through the lens of hate, through the lens of division, then it is an indication of either a wound within yourself or it is an unhealed energy in the collective. And if it's in the collective, you want to set a boundary that it's not yours to hold, and you want to just say, I send you peace, may you find your way. If it's something within yourself, you want to take accountability and you want to heal and integrate this. You also want to understand where it's coming from. Is this a cultural or a familial belief? Because oftentimes cultural and familial beliefs hold wounds and they aren't actually in your highest good. So you want to discern, does this belief system cause harm to myself or anyone else in the collective? If it causes harm to you or anyone else in the collective, it is an unhealed wound and you want to work to shift that within yourself. You don't want to hold beliefs that cause harm because we are all interconnected. And if you do want to, hold beliefs that cause harm, I invite you to get curious about why. And then you want to ask, am I reacting from my ego? Or is this aligned with a deeper awareness? Now, the ego contains our humanness. It is the aspects of ourselves that have been wounded, and they often are protective of nature, and they often are based on fear. Now, it isn't that the ego is bad and you want to get rid of the ego. It's that you want to heal and integrate the ego, okay? So you want to recognize, is this coming from a space of deeper awareness where I'm connected to love and peace and unity, and I want to spread messages and engage in the world from a place of help in a non-attachment way? Or am I wanting to control? Am I wanting to be in a position of power? Am I afraid of something? And that is an indication that it's something unhealed versus being a deeper awareness with the interconnectivity and how we all affect each other and choosing to not cause harm. Journaling can really help here. So write down what you feel, notice your patterns, and separate old stories from inner truth. Discernment is easier when you know what your non-negotiables are. So, ask yourself, does this guidance promote love, peace, and unity? And if it doesn't, really get curious about why you want to engage from a place that doesn't promote love, peace, and unity. What do you gain from causing harm to others? Again, does this lead to healing rather than harm? If it leads to harm, get really curious about why you're wanting to engage in ways that could harm yourself or others. And then again, does it empower rather than create dependence? Because a healed state always is healing in nature. It always promotes love. It always empowers rather than creates dependence. So if you're wanting to create dependence, really get curious about about why and what within you is unhealed that's leading you to want to require others to be dependent on you or a system or somebody else. Another reliable test to notice whether something is a healed state or an unhealed state is to notice what happens when you follow its guidance. Does it bring you clarity, calm, love, and connection? If it does, it is in alignment with your highest good. It is in alignment with a healed energy. If it brings fear, if it brings separation, if it brings judgment, or if it brings distress, it is not aligned for your highest good. It is not aligned for the highest good of the collective. That is an indication that it is an unhealed energy. So the field's guidance, when it's coming from a healed state, always creates expansion, not contraction. Unhealed energy always creates contraction. And we want to get curious. Why are we wanting to create contraction rather than expansion? So discernment strengthens with practice and confirmation. So it is important to have a regular practice of meditation or quiet reflection, journaling your impressions, discussing what's arising with trusted peers or teachers, observing synchronicities and repeated confirmations. Again, the divine field is subtle, but patterns do over time reveal clarity. Even aligned guidance can have blind spots. So it is important to ask yourself, is there more to this than I can't currently see? How can I refine my understanding of this? Discernment is ongoing. Curiosity and humility prevent spiritual pride and keep your channel pure. So finally, always return to the essence of the field: love, peace, and unity. Radiate these qualities consciously. If a message contracts them, treat it as a distortion, treat it as unhealed energy, and offer compassion to it. Offer it a chance to heal, but don't take it on for yourself. Love is your ultimate filter. Discernment is not about skepticism. It's about clarity, courage, and alignment. By grounding yourself, by setting boundaries, by observing feeling tones, by reflecting on conditioning, by testing your alignment, by observing the fruits, integrating the multiple layers, and staying humble, you are anchoring into love, and your channel will eventually become pure, clear, and safe. You can touch the divine field and guide yourself and guide others without absorbing trauma, fear, or distortion. Remember, you are a vessel, not the totality. You are an expression, not the whole. You are part of the field, and the field is a part of you. From this place of clarity and discernment, the divine can move through you in its purest, most loving form. Take one more moment to take a deep breath. Feel yourself connected, grounded, and open. Know that you have the tools to discern with love, wisdom, and safety every day. It just takes practice. If you're hoping to build these skills, my book, The Divine Within, Healing Ourselves to Heal the World, which is available on Amazon and other online platforms, may be a tool that resonates with you and helps you tap into your own gifts and talents and your own connection to the divine field. Sending you all deep love and appreciation for how you shine your light, no matter what your level of healing is.